Hello future engineers, welcome back to Cutoff 360. In this video we will be discussing about CSAB Computer Science Round 1 official cutoff rank. Also we will be doing a comparison with the last year cutoff, which is 2024 Round 1 CSAB cutoff. If you have not liked and subscribed the channel, then make sure to do so to get more updates on various colleges along with the course wise cutoff. So first in the list we have NIT Jalandhar. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category the closing rank is 16,325, whereas in 2024 the closing rank was 19,086. For HS OBC NCL the cutoff rank is 33,041, whereas in the last year the cutoff rank was 62,823. Next, for OS open category the cutoff rank is 13,252 for round 1 counseling CSAB, whereas in 2024 the cutoff rank was 13,625. Lastly, for OS category OBC NCL, then for 2025 round 1 cutoff is 16,955, whereas for 2024 round 1 cutoff was 18,055. So this is what all about NIT Jalandhar. Next in the list we have NIT Jaipur. So as you can see on screen, for NIT Jaipur HS open category the closing rank for CSE was 6,638, whereas for last year the closing rank was 5,827. For HS OBC NCL category the cutoff rank was for 9,955 for round 1 computer science, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 6,426. For OS open category the cutoff rank is 5,995 for computer science, and for 2024 round 1 the cutoff rank was 4,790. Next in the list we have OS OBC NCL category. So for round 1 the cutoff rank was 9,502, whereas in 2024 the 8,461. Next in the list we have NIT Bhopal. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category the cutoff rank was 11,700 for round 1 2025, whereas in the round 2 last year the cutoff rank was 11,708. For HS OBC NCL category the cutoff rank was 18,781, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 15,994. For OS open category in 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank is 10,586, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 10,209 for computer science and engineering. Next, for OS OBC NCL category, this year the cutoff is 14,345, whereas last year the cutoff was 14,860. Moving ahead, we have NIT Allahabad. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category for computer science the cutoff rank is 6,810 for round 1, whereas last year round 1 the cutoff rank was 6,296. For HS OBC NCL category the cutoff rank was 11,401 for 2025 round 1 counseling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 8,201. For OS open category the cutoff rank was 5,417 for round 1 CSAB computer science, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 4,827. For OS OBC NCL the cutoff rank for round 1 is 8,478, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 6,488. Next we have NIT Agartala. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category the cutoff rank for computer science is 79,592, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 90,600. For OS open category the cutoff rank is 26,132 for round 1 CSAB counseling, whereas for 2024 round 1 the cutoff rank was 25,117. For OS OBC NCL the cutoff rank is 30,546 for computer science, whereas 31,896 for round 1 2024. If you have not liked and subscribed the channel, then make sure to do so to get more updates on various course wise along with the college wise cutoff. Also, if you wish to know the cutoff for any specific course or college, then make sure to comment down the same in the comment section. So next in the list we have NIT Calicut. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category the cutoff rank is 8,601, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 9,897. For HS OBC NCL category the cutoff rank is 13,304 for round 1 2025, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 14,760. For OS open category, the cutoff rank is 5,964 for round 1, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 5,321. For OBC NCL for OS category, the cutoff rank is 9,687 for round 1, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 7,045. For HS open category NIT Delhi, the cutoff rank is 17,194, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 17,587. For HS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 28,889 for round 1 2025, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 33,408. Next, for OS open category, the cutoff rank is 8,778 for round 1, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 9,686. For OS OBC NCL 2025, the cutoff rank is 13,824. For 2024, the cutoff rank was 14,858. Next, moving ahead, we have NIT Durgapur. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category, the cutoff rank is 11,904 for round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 14,690. For HS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 34,928 for round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 33,100. Next in the list, we have NIT Durgapur. So as you can see on screen, for OS open category, the cutoff rank is 12,449 for 2025, whereas for last year the cutoff rank is 11,043 for round 1. For OS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 16,034, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 16,197. Next, we have NIT Goa. So for open OS category, the cutoff rank is 17,448 for round 1, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 12,940. For OS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 23,170 for 2025 round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 19,367. Next, we have NIT Hamirpur. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category, the cutoff rank is 23,206 for round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 29,358. For HS OBC NCL category, the cutoff rank is 97,312, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 1,07,180. For OS open category, the cutoff rank is 14,591, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 14,290. For OS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 19,351, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 18,690. Moving ahead, we have NIT Surathkal. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category, the cutoff rank is 3,025, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 3,114. For OBC NCL, the round 1 cutoff is 10,446, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 10,036. If you have still not liked the video and subscribed the channel, then don't forget to do so to get more updates on CSAB cutoff along with the JEE and JOSA cutoff. For NIT Surathkal OS open category, the cutoff rank is 22,158 for 2025 round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 1,920. For OS OBC NCL category, the cutoff is 3,606 for 2025 round 1, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 3,282. For OS open category, for NIT Meghalaya, the cutoff rank is 32,258 for round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 28,560. For OS OBC NCL category, the cutoff rank is 36,793 for 2025 round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 934. For NIT Nagaland, for OS open category, the cutoff rank is 45,923, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 46,593. For OS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 51,613, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 51,079. Next, for NIT Patna, for HS open the cutoff rank is 19,296, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 19,226. For HS OBC NCL, the cutoff rank is 22,225, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 25,487. For OS Open category, the cutoff rank is 18,407, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 17,448. For OS OBC NCL category, the cutoff rank is 23,068 for 2025 round 1 counseling, whereas for 2024 round 1 the cutoff rank was 21,749. Next in the list we have NIT Puducherry. So for HS Open category, the cutoff rank is 66,320, whereas for last year round 1 the cutoff rank was 71,160. For HS OBC NCL, the last in 2025 round 1 the cutoff was 80,622, whereas last year the cutoff was 98,856. For OS Open category 2025, the cutoff was 21,794, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 20,111. Next we have OS OBC NCL category. So in 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank was 30,526, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 29,725. Next in the list we have NIT Raipur. So for HS Open category, the cutoff rank is 30,118, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 21,482. For HS OBC NCL category, the cutoff rank is 42,395, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 28,486. For OS Open category, in 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank is 17,019, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 14,767. For OBC NCL OS category, round 1 2025 the cutoff rank is 22,554, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 18,260. Next we have NIT Sikkim. So as you can see on screen, for OS Open category the cutoff rank is 30,684, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 39,891. For OS OBC NCL, last year for 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank is 35,399, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 46,689. Next in the list we have NIT Arunachal Pradesh. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category last year the for 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank is 1,03,178. For OS Open category last year the cutoff was 43,306, whereas in 2025 round 1 the cutoff rank is 41,713. For OS OBC NCL category, for round 1 the cutoff rank was 45,405, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 48,795. For NIT Jamshedpur HS Open category, the round 1 2025 cutoff is 12,074, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 13,912. Next we have OS Open category. So as you can see on screen, for round 1 2025 the cutoff rank was 10,224, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 9,318. For OS OBC NCL category, the 2025 round 1 cutoff is 12,966, whereas last year the cutoff rank was 14,132. Moving ahead, we have NIT Kurukshetra. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category, last year the cutoff rank was 9,353, whereas in 2025 the cutoff is 9,117. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff rank was 20,496, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 13,291. For OS Open category, last year the cutoff rank was 7,595, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 8,589. Next we have OS OBC NCL category. So last year the cutoff rank was 10,486, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 12,186 for round 1 counseling. Next we have NIT Manipur. So as you can see on screen, for last year HS Open category the cutoff is 2,29,886, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 2,33,574. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff rank was 3,05,100 44, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 33,52,131. For NIT Manipur OS Open category, last year the cutoff rank was 41,466, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 41,005. For OS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 51,661, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 53,196. For HS Open category, last year the cutoff rank was 6,36,738, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 7,24,185. For OS Open category, the cutoff rank is 47,057 for last year, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 43,831. Next we have OS OBC NCL category. So as you can see on screen, last year the cutoff was 60,079, whereas this year the cutoff is 59,160. Next in the list we have NIT Rourkela. So as you can see on screen, for HS OBC NCL category, this year the cutoff rank is 22,868 for round 1 counselling, whereas last year the cutoff was 24,390 for round 1 counselling. For OS Open category, this year the cutoff rank is 3,931, whereas last year the cutoff rank is 3,271. For OS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 3,847, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 6,621. Moving ahead, we have NIT Silchar. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category, last year the cutoff was 31,070, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 23,668. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff rank was 58,353, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 53,238. For OS Open category, last year the cutoff rank was 14,765, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 15,922. For OS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff rank was 19,614, whereas this year the cutoff rank is 21,200. Next we have NIT Srinagar. So as you can see on screen, for OS Open category, for 2025 the cutoff was 29,796, whereas last year the cutoff was 26,586. For OS OBC NCL category, this year the cutoff is 35,141, whereas last year the cutoff was 31,931 for round 1 counselling. Next we have one of the most demanded NIT, which is NIT Trichy. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category, last year the cutoff was 5,570, whereas this year the cutoff is 4,624. For OS Open category, last year the cutoff was 1,245, whereas this year the cutoff is 1,605. For OS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 22,045, whereas this year the cutoff is 2,866. Next we have NIT Uttarakhand. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category, this year the cutoff is 33,236, whereas last year the cutoff was 40,341. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 64,899, whereas this year the cutoff is 60,705. For OS Open category, last year the cutoff was 24,340, whereas this year the cutoff is 25,918. For OS OBC NCL category, this year the cutoff was 30,019, whereas last year the cutoff was 30,389. For NIT Warangal, last year the cutoff was 30,082 for HS Open category, whereas this year the cutoff is 40,052. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 5,077, whereas this year the cutoff is 6,055. For OS Open category, last year the cutoff was 2,341, whereas this year the cutoff is 2,634. Next we have OS OBC NCL category. So last year the cutoff was 3,632, whereas this year the cutoff is 4,407. Next in the list we have NIT Surat. So as you can see on screen, for HS Open category, last year the cutoff was 7,816, whereas this year the cutoff is 11,257. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 18,481, whereas this year the cutoff is 19,777. For OS open category, last year the cutoff was 8,412, whereas this year the cutoff is 10,227. Next we have OS OBC NCL category. So as you can see on screen, last year the cutoff was 13,556, whereas this year the cutoff is 14,608. For VNIT Nagpur, for HS open category, the cutoff is 7,082, whereas last year the cutoff was 8,124. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 13,042, whereas this year the cutoff is 11,883. For OS open category, last year the cutoff was 6,808, whereas this year the cutoff is 7,600. Next in the list we have OS OBC NCL category. So last year the cutoff was 10,114, whereas this year the cutoff is 10,512. Moving ahead, we have NIT Andhra Pradesh. So as you can see on screen, for HS open category, this year the cutoff is 17,500, whereas last year the cutoff is 14,810. For HS OBC NCL category, last year the cutoff was 26,724, whereas this year the cutoff is 26,590. For OS open category, last year the cutoff was 19,483, whereas this year the cutoff is 22,270. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video and the data present in it, then make sure to like and subscribe the channel. Also, if you wish to know the cutoff for any specific college or course, then make sure to comment down the same in the comment section. Also, if you wish to know the expected cutoff for any future round of counseling, then you can comment down the same in the comment section.